Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Secretary Salvador Panelo. Let's now have Secretary Panelo.
Good morning. Happy and prosperous New Year to the nation, especially to the members of the Malacanang Press Corps. I'm ready, if you are.
Sinong gustong uno magtanong? Joyce Balasio.
Sir, may balak po ba si President Duterte na bumisita dun sa mga nasalanta, mga apektado ng landslide?
We're
Anytime?
scheduled to visit tomorrow
Saan, sir, particularly?
sa Bicol area, Camarines Sur.
Ano pong balak pong gawin ni President Duterte?
Siyempre, we will check on the stricken areas para malaman natin kung ano pang kailangan gawin.
May mga ibibigay po ba siya, sir? Assistance?
Meron na mga nakaredy. Meron na nga nauna eh.
Pero will that be part pa rin? ng
Kasama
program?
yan. Kasama lahat yan.
What kind of assistance? Or financial assistance or goods? Ano pong
Lahat na
ibibigay?
kailangan nila, ibibigay ni Presidente.
Sir, in general po ba si President Duterte ay masaya or satisfied with the preparations done for Bagyong Usman? Kasi kahit hindi po ganun kumbaga it weakened as low pressure area, pero yung effect po niya sa ground, marami po yung namatay. So may pagkukulang po ba sa part?
Natural lamang na malungkot ang Presidente sa mga panahon ng kalamidad. Pero ginawa naman natin ang lahat na maging handa. But there are things you cannot control. May mga dumarating na mga panahon na talaga magkakaroon ng mga trahedya.
Wala po ba, sir, pagkukulang sa part, let's say, ng LGUs or national government agencies pagdating sa pagbibigay ng warning? Or saan po kaya nagkulang, possibly, sir? Bakit ganito karami yung affected and yung number of people who died?
Mukha namang wala sapagkat gaya ng sinabi na natin noong pa handa tayo. Pero there are areas, for instance, na biglang nawalan ng kuryente. Kaya yung mensahe hindi nakarating doon sa mga kinaukulan kaugnay sa paghahanda sa Storm Usman. Meron mga ganon. Like in Sangay, sabi nung mga tao doon, the day before pa wala na silang kuryente kaya hindi nila na-monitor yung mga nasa radyo. Hindi nila alam na magkakaganon.
Sir, what can be done to prevent that from happening again?
Siguro ayusin natin yung energy. Tingnan natin kung bakit nagkaroon ng brownout in the first place. Kung ito ba ay cause pa ng storm.
And other contingencies, sir?
Yeah. We will learn from whatever lesson we have seen. Ganun naman tayo eh. Pag medyo nagkamali o meron tayong mga dapat na gawin, gagawin natin.
Okay, questions? Follow-up? Other issue? No more? Ace? Questions?
So satisfied si President Duterte sa preparations at saka sa response nung agencies sa Usman?
Mukha naman, but siyempre, gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, there are certain matters na hindi kagad nakaresponde at meron namang mga paliwanag din yung mga LGUs. So tingnan natin kung anong pwede pa natin gawin upang lalo tayo maging handa sa anumang panahon ng sakuna.
Salamat, Sec.
Follow-up? Raymond Tinasa.
Ay, sir. Happy New Year. Sir, pero
Happy
ang
New
trend
Year.
na ngayon, ang parang killer o pumapatay, hindi yung pagbaha or typhoon per se, kundi yung landslides na dahil sa mga pag-ulan. Sir, mayroon ba tayong plano actually na ipatupad na yung hazard map, yung kung saan may mga landslide prone areas na hindi dapat tinitirhan at dapat magkaroon na ng permanent evacuation yung mga tao doon?
Siguro tatanungin natin si Secretary Roy sapagkat yan ang kanyang area of responsibility.
Also, sir, sinabi ni NDRMC Executive Director Halad na may pagkukulang sa part ng, or hindi masyadong pagkakaunawa ng mga local officials doon sa pag-asa warnings. Like for example, doon sa rainfall, yung storm surge, And yung pagguho na dahilan ng pagguho ng lupa, yung mga pag-ulan. So may balak ba tayo na mas paigtingin yung kampanya, pagpapaliwanag dito at magkaroon ng mas malinaw na kumbaga sistema sa pagpapaliwanag ng mga warnings ng pag-asa?
Well, certainly, if that is the omission o pagkukulang, dapat nating punuan. Kung kailangan na magkaroon pa ng mga seminars upang ipaliwanag ang mga dapat nilang gawin, gagawin natin.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, MPC question. Other issue. Jam?
Hi, sir. May we get your comment on the statement of Joma Sison that the CPP-NPA will intensify its offensives this year and that they will broaden their alliances to oust President Duterte?
Well, he has been saying that, and as I said much earlier and even recently, his is a failed rebellion. It's about time that he realizes that fact, that 50 years of rebellion has not borne any fruits insofar as the intention of the rebellion he has launched is concerned. In fact, the very people that he has sought to fight for, sila nagiging biktima ng kanilang ginagawa.
These are essentially just empty threats or walang patutunguhan, sir, yung mga sinasabi.
Just like the rebel senator, he is an illusionist, a visionary that has become illusory. Palagay ko panahon na magkaroon siya ng enlightenment.
MPC questions.
But I don't blame him, given the fact that he's how many thousand miles away. Wala talaga siya sa realidad. Hindi niya nakikita ang nangyayari dito sa Pilipinas.
Maylene, then Pia.
So, sa madaling sabi, sir, hindi po dapat seryosohin ng gobyerno.
Wala naman talagang maselan na threat yung kisison mismo. Pero yung nasa ground, na siya lang gumagawa ng mga pagsalakay, yun ang mga banta. But ready naman ang ating armed forces dyan.
Pia?
Sir, nag-release na po or nag-issue na ng travel advisory ang United Kingdom and Australia following the bombing in Cotabato City. Do you think that they have enough reason for to fear for the safety of their citizens here, especially in Mindanao?
You know, it's natural for any foreign government, or any government for that matter, to be concerned sa welfare, sa safety ng kanilang mga mamamayan. And we cannot blame them kung nagkaroon sila ng ganyang pananaw sapagkat nagkaroon ng bombahan sa Cotabato. But yun ay isolated case lang naman. So, insofar as the National Defense Secretary is concerned, it's very safe to travel sa Mindanao.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, MPC question. Ace.
Secretary, what are your thoughts on the ongoing congressional probe regarding the Bicol flood control projects?
Well, it's the job of the House to conduct investigation. We'll leave it to them, and then let's see their findings.
What are your expectations?
The expectation of any executive branch relative to the investigation conducted by an equal branch is one of understanding and one of action if it so requires to do such acts. Depende kung anong magiging resulta ng investigasyon.
But how are you taking that?
Sa akin, sa amin, okay lang yun kasi may kanya-kanyang function ng bawat sangay ng gobyerno. Gawin nilang tungkulin nila, gagawin nilang ang amin. Magtutulungan tayo sa ikabubuti ng mga kababayan natin.
But are you optimistic that the budget department will be able to answer whatever questions
Oh,
will
I'm
be
sure,
thrown at
definitely,
them?
Secretary Jokno. He's very competent to respond to any question directed to him.
Okay. Thank you, Sec.
Bernadette?
Hi, Sec. Confirm lang po namin kung napirmahan na po ni President yung resolution extending the validity of 2018 appropriations po. As
Pinap-
claimed by Secretary.
I just,
as
I
claimed
just
by
texted the executive secretary, wala pang response. Chine-check ko.
Okay, sir.
I'll let you know.
But sir, do you agree with Representative Andaya's statement that in effect, if the President really signed the resolution, does this mean that the government is doing away with the cash-based budgeting system po?
Wala Secretary Joke mo, mas area of competence niya.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So question from Celerino Monte about the women's statue in San Pedro, Laguna. Can we get Palace reaction on this? Why was it removed? Was there a directive pressure from the national government and or Japan to remove it?
We don't know exactly who initiated the removal, but as far as the government is concerned, in the case of the statue built at the Ross Boulevard, we said then that we would not want to offend our ally, Japan. Now, it may be that the local governments did it pursuant to the policy of the government.
Okay, thank you. Questions, MPC? Wala na kayong tanong? Okay, then
Sino kasama bukas?
Sino daw pupunta sa Bicol? MPC. Si Okay.
Happy New Year pala.
Sec, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Sir, hingin ko lang po yung statement nyo kung agree kayo doon sa sinabi ni Senator Ping Lacson na dapat daw i-follow up yung yung case ni the DOJ should follow up with the court the proscription case versus the NPA as a terrorist group as per Section 2 of RA 9372. Following po, nung sinabi po ni Joma Sison yung mga ganun statement.
Pending yung case sa RTC, di ba? DOJ is doing its job.
But sir, do you agree
That-
yung po sa sinabi ni Senator Lacson? Na dapat
It doesn't need to be followed. It's pending in court. So it's the court's call when it will rule on it.
Okay, Pia? Microphone. Bernadette, thank you.
Sir, what can the palace say about the concerns of some OFW groups that President Duterte's controversial statement about touching a maid could encourage harassment against maids, especially those working in other countries, sir?
I think we have explained the circumstances surrounding the remarks of the president. We said that was a made-up story, which is his way of criticizing the hypocrisy of some members of the clergy, specifically the priest who sexually abused him when he was still a student, as well as his fellow students at the time. The president uses any method that will dramatize and will call attention and will bring the messages he wants to impart to those concerned.
Pero sir, made up or not, don't you think that those kinds of statements actually encourage violence against women or harassment
I do
against
not
women?
think so, because precisely it was dramatized in such a way that audience will laugh. But even that, the message is not lost on the listeners. Alam nila na merong mensahe si Presidente, kahit na di na niya sa pagpapatawa sa kanila.
Recently, sir, the president has been very vocal about his concern for the rights of OFWs, particularly yung mga Filipino workers
Yes.
working as household help in other countries. Parang would that bring his advocacy, push that backwards? Or
Hindi naman, kasi alam naman ng mga foreign governments ang naging posisyon ni Presidente dyan. You remember yung sa isang Middle East country, he threatened to stop OFWs in working there. Kaya umatras sila, nabigyan tayo ng magandang kalakaran sa trabaho para sa ating mga OFWs.
thank you, sir.
Raymond?
Sir, pero do you really see it as necessary just so to deliver the message of the president of the abuses of the priest, yung using graphics, yung as in na paglalarawan na pagpasok sa gito, then basa, yung mga ganong graphics na terms?
If you notice, the president has been doing that, even during the campaign. And that has been very effective on the listeners. Klaro din yung mensahe. Kaya sa tingin ko, he will not stop at doing this. Kasi nakikita niyang effective, naiintindihan siya.
Perhaps it is effective doon sa discerning and adult listeners. Pero what about the minors, yung mga bata na makarinig exactly yung mga ganong terms? Hindi ba medyo alarming na ganon yung marinig nila na
First, yung mga minors, meron silang mga magulang na nakakaintindi. And so yung mga magulang ang magpapaliwanag sa kanila. Pangalawa, yung ganong, kung you're referring to mga elementary, palagay ko hindi nila maiintindihan yon.
Rosalie?
Sir, follow up po. Regarding po dun sa mga binibitawang pahayag ni
Yes.
Pangulo in a national scope na maraming nakakarinig, pati po international, hindi ho ba lumalabag ang Pangulo sa Code of Ethics for Government Officials na siya bilang highest official of the government, paano pa makokontrol yung mga nasa ibaba niya na magsalita rin ng mga ganong klaseng mahalay na pahayag po?
Hindi rin. Unang-una, hindi naman mahalay yung kwento niya. Nagtatawanan nga eh. Alam mo, pag mahalay, ang reaksyon ng audience, masama. Magagalit sa kanya. Hindi yung magtatawanan. Kasi magaling siya doon eh. Haven't you noticed, napakagaling ni Presidenteng maggawa ng mga kwento, mga katang kwento, o kwento na nangyari, pero ini-exaggerate niya, para lang matone down yung bigat ng mensahe, para mas madaling tanggapin. Rather than yung style na mumurahin mo na gusto yung dapat mong banatan.
Pero sir, is that a good example for other lower public officials po, yung ganong style na ginagawa ng Pangulo? Kasi we have the kasambahay law para itaas ang karangalan, gawing importanteng sektor ng lipunan ng mga domestic helper. Pero po dun sa naging pahayag ni Pangulo, parang masyado po silang nade-degrade dun sa example na ikinabit dahil dun sa abuse na ginawa ng pare nung minor de edad pa po siya.
I don't think na degrading. Alam mo, gaya ng sinabi ni Pangulong Duterte kaugnay doon, pinakita niya lang na walang kasalanan na dapat siyang sabihin, pero pinipilit siya nung pare habang siya'y ginagalaw. Kumbaga, pinapakita niya yung kabastusan ng pare. At ginawa niya ng kwento ng gano'n na lang para makita ang kahubaran or nakedness ng hypocrisy ng particular na parang yan.
Pero sir, at the expense of a domestic helper, sir.
Hindi naman eh.
So there's nothing,
Alam mo, meron naman akong katulong sa bahay. Wala naman siyang reaction na nagalit kay Presidente. Natawa nga eh. Natatawa lang sila eh. Natatawa sila eh.
so sir, there's nothing,
Alam mo, ang nagiging problema lang yata kasi masyadong yung mga ultra-conservative at yung mga taong hinahanapan talaga ng mali ang Presidente, yun ang gagawin nila ng reaksyon. But by and large, hindi naman eh. They know exactly the message of the President.
so hindi rin po natin in-expect na mag-apologize ang Pangulo dun sa
Oh,
statement
definitely
niya.
hindi. But yun nga, precisely sinadya niya ngayon. Kaya nga sinasabi niya that was intentionally made. It was a concocted story to dramatize the hypocrisy of a particular man in cloak.
Christine?
Sir. Sir, is the President aware that he gets into trouble when he makes this kind of statements?
Alam mo, ang Presidente, siya yung tipong he couldn't care less whether there will be an erosion in public support. Ang kanyang intention palagi magbigay siya ng mensahe na maiintindihan siya at magiging epektibo. gaya ng mga banat niya sa simbahan. Para sa kanya, he is initiating a discourse. Gusto niyang buksan ang taong bayan upang magkaroon ng malawakan at malalimang diskusyon kaugnay sa mga paniniwala sa punto ng reliyon na maaaring sa halip na makatulong ay hindi. Gaya ng sabi ng mga ibang philosophers, ang reliyon ay naging isang opium na ginagamit ng mga naniniwala sa isang partikular na reliyon. At tinatakasan nila ang realidad. Kaya siguro, kailangan natin ng presidenteng ganito na lumikha ng ganitong mga kontrobersyal na pahayag upang mahikayat ang taong bayan na namnamin, alamin, tanungin, hanapin, suriin ang katotohanan sa anumang reliyon na kanilang niyakap.
MPC questions? Number, Pia.
Sir, if you say that if the president was very successful in driving the point home that the church is a hypocrite or yung hypocrisy ng mga pare, mga religious leaders, then why are we talking about his statement and why are we talking about sexual harassment, violence against women, and not what the president intends to talk about, which is the church?
Oh, what do you mean? I didn't get that.
Hindi, kasi you're saying that with his controversial statement, he has been very successful in proving that the church is a hypocrite. But why are we still talking about
not
his
proving,
statement?
but he is precisely opening a national discourse
Yes.
for the faithfuls to study, to probe deeper into what he's saying.
But given that, sir, I don't think that the focus was placed on the church, but on his statement kasi. So, you think na there was still a point in saying that?
That is one point of view, but there are millions of people who would have a different view.
Sir, could you explain to us yung value na binibigay ni President Duterte or yung reason niya on using these very controversial statements to prove whatever point he wants to prove?
Pinapakita ni Presidente na hindi siya yung tipong taong nagtatago o may maskara. Siya yung tipong lantad sa atin. Walang pagbabalat kayo. Sinasabi niya exactly what he feels and what he wants, and he does what he said he would do during the campaign. Ganun siyang klaseng tao. Walang gahiblang pagbabalat kayo si Presidente.
Last na lang, sir. Sir, every time kasi na may pasabog na statement si President Duterte, natatanong na ito. Pero wala po ba nagsasabi sa kanya or nag-a-advise sa palasyo na parang medyo hinay-hinay lang sa mga ganyang klaseng statements?
Alam po ninyo, si Presidente, 23 years siyang naging alkalde. Yun ang naging kanyang estilo ng pamamahala. That was his type of governance, and it was very effective. Minahal siya ng taong bayan ng Davao City at hanggang ngayon ay mahal na mahal pa rin siya. Kaya hindi na natin mababago yun sapagkat nakita niya na ito'y epektibong pamamahala. Sapagkat ito'y matapat na pamamahala.
Okay, follow up. Ace. Magla-last question na tayo kay Ace.
Sek, ito pakipaliwanag na lang. Kasi sabi nyo, kathang kwento yung sinabi ni Pangulo doon, di ba? Para malighten yung message. Ito yung actual statement niya. Sinabi niya, kwento niya, di ba? Tapos sabi niya, ganun man yan, kayo ayaw lang ninyong hindi nyo masabi dito. Ako, wala man akong media. Totoo man, it's true. Lahat man ng mga bata dumaan ng, and then, ano yung kaya ibig sabihin nun, Sek?
Eh, di gano'n na nga. Gumagawa nga siya ng kwento eh.
Hindi, ano sabi niya, totoo man.
Kasama yun doon sa kwento. Kasama yun sa kwento eh. Kaya kasi naman, that was yung exact words of the President. when he told me. That's a concocted story to dramatize the hypocrisy of the person I was referring to.
Yung claim nyo regarding na nagustuhan ng tao yung ganong style, hindi kaya yung achievement si Presidente yung gusto ng tao, hindi yung manner of speaking?
Kasama lahat yun. Alam mo, pag tatanggapin natin si Presidente, lahat kasama yun eh. Parang pag umiibig kasi isang tao eh, warts and all. Ganun ang pagmamahal. Ang kagandahan kay Presidente kasi, at saka yung majority ng mga Pilipino, they see in the President themselves. Because yung mga sinasabi ng Presidente, yung kanyang pamamaraan, kung kayo ay bukas lamang, pumunta kayo kahit saan, ganun din ang estilo ng ordinaryong tao. Nagmumura, nagagalit, nagkikwento ng ganung estilo, ganun na ganun eh. Kaya they relate to him. Now, si Presidente naman, galing din siya doon eh. At sinasabi niya yun. Kaya alam niya. So, it has evolved into what I will call, as Tony Lopez describes even mine and the President, karoon ng mind melt ang Presidente at ang taong bayan. They have merged into one. Kaya mahihirapan talagang sirain si Presidente. Walang magtatagumpay na anuman ang itapon mo kay Presidente. Sapagkat ang taong bayan ay niyakap na nila si Presidente bilang sila. Kaya mahal na mahal siya. Haven't you noticed? 2.5 years, ganun pa rin ang consistency ng kanyang rating. There is no other explanation but that.
Okay.
Salamat po.
Okay, no more, MPC? Okay, thank you, Presidential Spokesperson Salvador Panelo.
Is that the color of the year? No. I bought one suit like that.
Sabihin niyo, sir, kung kailan.
Susut natin. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Malacanang Press Corps. Back to main studio sa Radyo Pilipinas and People's Television Network.